are shooting 80% to start this game.
For Utah, they've gone 5 years. The Warriors have gone 5 now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Talented offense. He said if those guys get going, we'll see if they can get a win in this first match.
You can't let them hit the ground running. You know what, Greg? You're right. So many of their games are decided in the first half because their offense starts clicking. They build up a big lead and just run away and hide.
And here is Durant. Michael Conley getting his 3 to go. And AI throws it down. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Habit. Now, here's Mitchell. O'Neal misses.
Wow, and this is his range. Maybe he was too wide open.
You know, Greg, you hear that since Kevin Durant moved to the Bay Area,
he's so inquisitive. I think meeting these tech luminaries and learning from them was part of the allure of the Golden State.
Timeout is
their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice.
Green comes in for going with an almost entirely new group here. Rambo, he's checked in for Gobert. Comes in for Jordan.
Glass.
Ulis kicks to Green. Pass to Evans. AI right side. The offensive rebound. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to Hunter. 1:09 left in the first quarter. Allen kicks to Hunter. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
Here's Ulis. And just lead to double digits. Ulis has got his first basket of the night.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight. It's early, but they have taken full control of this game, and the fans here, they know it.
Now, here's Biyombo. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
Second chance opportunities. The great equalizer.
Money passes to Evans. Here's Green. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Conley with it. 11 seconds left in the first quarter. And Biyombo has it in the corner. Over Jones. No good on that one. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Warriors lead by 11. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California.
Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. We on it.
Notching a 50, 40, 90% season is a rare feat indeed. Steph Curry, one of the few who have done it, talked about that challenge.
Percentage as a whole is one. You're gonna have some open shots, you're gonna have some tough shots, but having that level of consistency and accuracy over the course of it.
And consistent excellence. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Yabusele. Ando comes in for Hunter. O'Neal's checked in for Crowder. And it's Mitchell in for Mike Conley. He's got money. Bell is out there with Turner. Then it's Curry. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot. That's the Warriors 5. Here's Allen. Following basket by Stephen Curry.
Second in field goal percentage, second in three-point field goal percentage, and he was just a machine at the charity stripe. Top 5 in the league in free throw percentage.
And you Mitchell.
And capable of defending multiple positions, Bell has the speed and length to annoy anyone. I'm not entirely sure what the defensive strategy was there, but it worked. Shot.
Here's 8 points. points for him. Mitchell against Curry. Jacks up a three. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter. Well, Rudy Gobert has taken on more of a leadership role with this team. Clearly a difference maker on the court with his defense, and will get the team to fall in line. Hard to argue with one of the elite rim protectors in our league.
AI outside. Kicks the bell.
Curry has one thing in mind: how can we score?
And with Gobert, he does so much as a defender with his impact break in the paint.
Yeah, and Gobert does so much in terms of cleaning up his teammates' mistakes while they're defending out there on the perimeter. It allows his teammates to be more aggressive on D, knowing he's going to be that last line of defense. And Gobert won't let them get too comfortable, as he's one of the more vocal players in terms of shaping their D.
Here's Durant. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Jazz trail by 13. Over in the corner, Allen drills it from outside. Allen's got 5.
Good job by Mitchell, trusting his teammates, and in turn, that's going to open up opportunities for him.
AI dishes to Turner. Outside Curry. Another 3 for Golden State.
It's amazing. He is on fire here in the second period after going scoreless in the first.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Allen kicks to Gobert. To the inside, deflects the pass. It's Durant on the wing, guarded by O'Neal. That one goes. Count it. And that's now 6 points for Kevin Durant.
I don't think we've ever seen a player of Durant's size who can handle the rock that well.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be back with you shortly. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Money.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half. Well, you like to run more doubles.
And it's Gobert in at the center position. Teams in both conferences battling to get to the NBA Finals. Steve, what do you like to see in a championship series?
Kevin, I would love to see teams that are kind of evenly matched a lot of times, both in style of play and then also to have the stars within the stars. And what I do hate, though, is a team that is at a disadvantage because of an injury. That's the one thing I hate, because you always have the debate, if this player wasn't hurt, what would be the outcome? Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Curry against Conley. And Gobert kicks to O'Neal. Mitchell in the corner. A 3-ball. Connects from 3-point range. Mitchell's got 9 points.
Even though Mitchell isn't all that efficient from range, the most impressive thing to me is he believes the shot is going in.
Now here's Curry. 8 points for him. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The Warriors have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. first one falls for him.
And Bell is on a mission to show how special he can be. An athletic, energetic forward who plays with a real passion.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Biyombo is checked in for Gobert. Hunter comes in for Randall. And Jake Crowder's subbed in for Royce O'Neal. And the Jazz call time here. Steve, the golden era of basketball for the Jazz were in the late 90s with Stockton and Malone. What was it like playing against those teams?
Well, they were unguardable in the pick and roll. Fantastic in the fast break situation. Karl Malone, one of the best runners at the 4 position. And then you had John Stockton. If you made a mistake, he would make you pay with the pass. And they had toughness. Probably would have won a title if Jordan wasn't around.
Here's Hunter. Conley left side. Baseline try. Evans with the rebound.
And tonight, he just hasn't been efficient offensively. That's a big reason why they're behind.
Ulis, good.
And really the story of the half, one team shooting it lights out, the other, the lights are just out. You know what? It's 2 competing philosophies. One team playing it close to the vest, the other fast and loose.
Here's Conley after the basket by Tyler Ulis. They get a bet, and they call the...
You have to appreciate the aggression. Nice work inside.
The Jazz shooting their first free throw. For Utah, they have gone 0 for 3 in the game at the line, missing all previous chances.
Find the lane. Find the lane. Good shot.
Free throw good, Conley.
A tremendous floor leader. Amazing that Conley's only averaged around 6 assists a game for his career.
Now the pass to Ulis. Here's Alexandris, and that comes off the assist by Ulis.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Seeger talking about Conley, a guy who gives you much more than what you see on the stat sheet.
What he does, he controls the pace, the rhythm, understands how to manage the game, and he does it all with great efficiency. Whether it's scoring, passing, or just acting as a decoy, his value to this team cannot be understated.
To the paint, and AI throws it down.
Chemistry at its best, an unreal alley-oop.
Now, you're right, the pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Hunter, and the wide open shot from Crowder, and Utah again with the bucket.
This is what Crowder loves to do. He's out there saying,
back to AI. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell. The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw good, AI. A different look for Utah. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Yabusele. Julius Randle comes in for Hunter. And O'Neal subbed in for Mitchell. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Conley feeling it out. Off target from three-point range.
and they could have used that, tried to cut into this league. He's been off all night.
Outside for Curry. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The Warriors making a switch here. Seconds of the third quarter. Curry against Conley. Curry with the steal. That shot off the mark. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. The Warriors on top, opening up a huge gap. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter. This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Durant is out there with Bell, and there's Money, and there's Miles Turner, and it's Curry in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pass to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. O'Neal kicks to Gobert. Back to O'Neal. Kept alive. Crowder trying to get open as Randall. Shot by Crowder, no good. Durant against Crowder. AI outside, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. NBA awards are voted on by broadcasters and writers around the NBA. Do you think that's the best way, Steve, to pick an MVP?
Well, I really think some kind of way you got to have players more involved, being able to come out and be able to pick the MVP, because these are the players that are going up against these guys. I also would love to see where we have more of the defensive player of the year during the off season, the rookie of the year in the off season, obviously giving out more of those awards for the playoffs as well.
And you got to, of course, be aware of it becoming a popularity contest, too.
Yes, totally.
On the clock. Pulls up, high post, and that one's good. Durant.
Not a bad escape valve. KD to the rescue.
Jazz have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Crowder finds Gobert, and there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. Steve, the NBA playing games in foreign countries now during the regular season. You think that'll become a more common occurrence?
I do, Kevin. I think they do a good job of getting a chance to, I would say, gather all the fans around the globe. Our game is going more global. And I think some of the players and some of the teams, they love it. I think a lot of times if they make sure the NBA, they're not sending the exact same team and get a chance to spread the wealth, I think it's a great idea. Yeah, you see the killer instinct. He's going for the death blow. True story. They've got a monster league that's taking a life of its own.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
You can't afford to leave one of Conley's teammates wide open. He will make you pay.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And when you see Miles Turner play on the offensive side of the ball, the amount of skill he has at his age is just amazing.
Yeah, already a pick player. Banger, but has enough touch outside where he won't need to be. But while he's still a work in progress offensively, I think he's shown that he has a very high ceiling in terms of his skill set.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State, JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Miles Turner, and Abrines subbed in for Curry. Here's Durant, fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense. And Kevin Durant, the ultimate get-out-of-jail card for your offense. With his height and shooting touch, get him the ball with the clock running down, and he can make something out of nothing.
The Warriors making a switch here. Ewers is checked in. You know, Greg, Kevin Durant could fit in any offense, but in your eyes, how good of a fit has he been in this Warriors attack?
Really like the missing puzzle piece. You know, I mean, his shot comes so much easier with the spacing he's afforded. At the same time, he's the fail-safe. When things break down, he can get his shot off against anyone.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Friday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Sunday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And for that game against the Trailblazers, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
The first one falls.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And both free throws good for AI. Steve, you think about Coach Steve Kerr as a player, the 50th pick in 1988, and for his career, the best three-point percentage in NBA history.
I played with him, and I played against him. Always had to know where he was on the floor.
Terrific story.
Went undrafted, Kevin, did the G League thing, bounced around, but then he started to put it all together. Now he's a guy you can count on to give you good minutes.
That free throw, no good. When you look around the NBA, are there any small issues you think could grow into bigger issues, Steve, going forward?
Well, I think the one issue right now is what are teams doing at the end of the year versus trying to stay competitive and win games, or trying. If you have organizations in the forefront, winning is in the forefront. I don't think whether it's small market or big market, guys do look at that as far as endorsements, but I don't think that'll be a problem. Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
Now, here's Ulis. Not a lot of room. He kicks it to AI. Pass to Jones. Back to
turnovers, but guys have to help each other. That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. And so Ulis will bring it up for Golden State. Down low. And AI throws it down.
And did they really just pull that off?
I think they did, Greg. Astounding play. Here's Georges Hunt. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. It's Allen on the wing.
Bucket he's able to convert.
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
A psychological edge.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night was.
Dominate in front of their home crowd. You know, you feel on top of the world when it happens as a player, just the relationship you have with the fans.
And it's blocked by money. Some nice passing by Golden State. To the paint.
much longer are they going to keep that foot on the Celtics?
About the game.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
Perfect game, and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. Leave it all.
Locked and loaded. That's my one, baby. Shots.
Love when we do the same.
A nice shot selection.
Sure.
Shaquille O'Neal, big guy right, and where the Spurs will be going up against the Golden State Warriors. Tonight we get to watch DeMar DeRozan, one of the more we've got basketball action at the AT&T Center. We're in San Antonio.
from David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, DeRozan grew up in California, and he idolized Kobe Bryant. DeRozan said, "My favorite player. I watched everything he did, practiced almost all his moves."
Report. Tonight, two great teams going head-to-head. Some may say it's just another game, but Brent, it doesn't feel that way right now.
Now, how many of these, Kevin, do we get during the year?
Oh, my gosh.
We're fired up.
They're so fun.
Marquee matchups, marquee players that might be playing well, but we know head-to-head we're going to have some great moments. And one of these teams is going to want to have bragging rights with the season series. This is one for us tonight.
The Spurs start out with the ball. Now Golden State's starting five. We've got Durant, Miles Turner out there with Bell. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Money in at the two-guard spot. To the wing right side. Rebounded by the Spurs. Murray surveying the D. The pass to Medu. Oh, and that one, no question. Oh.
Good in passing and move it on the inside.
Curry kicks the Bell and stolen by Murray. Pass to Medu. Young with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. 5 on the clock. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Young's shot is off.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
You got to make that. The defense was far from terrible, but, man, that's an easy shot.
Murray outside. And it's sent back by Turner. Here's Parks. That shot off. And Golden State will come the other way. Durant kicks to Curry. And AI throws it down.
And the floor vision from Curry right there, setting up his teammates, sharing the ball.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Armor. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive exciting. It's sent back by Turner. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
Well, Steph Curry's quick release makes his three-point shot almost impossible, and then you add the fact that Steph can do it off the dribble. So anytime you get somebody shifting their back foot and they're trying to recover, by the time they're halfway there, the ball's already off and on its way. So one of the quickest and the more devastating shots in all of basketball.
Parks defended by Durant, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Durant. Coming off a terrific season. Last season, he chipped in about 25 per, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy, all elements right now working together, and the game is coming so easy right now.
Misses it off the right side of the rim.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Where I like the shot selection. The defense cannot afford to give up wide open shots. They dodged the bullet there. Versatility on all. Well, the Spurs organization has done an incredible job for so long, and Pop's consistency, along with his relationship with R.C. Buford, the way that they've scoured the globe to go out and find talent, they've both done this at the highest level and are trying to feel a hit.
Marcus Aldridge is checked in for San Antonio. And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. The Warriors, number 1.
Yeah, I mean, the best in the league at forcing those miscues and then capitalizing at the other end. Their defense led to their offense.
And what's really amazing about Popovich, how well he does each aspect of each job.
Well, he's a terrific talent evaluator. He trusts the opinions of the guys who have gone out and done the scouting and the type of player and the type of character that they're going to bring in. It's a full collaborative effort. And then once they're in the fold for San Antonio, they do such a great job of developing players to fit their very intricate X's and O's schemes. The defense, they're smothering him close. That's how you. Is truly built around their culture and their chemistry, and it really starts with Steph Curry. Even though a lot of people argue about Kevin Durant being their best player, their most important player has been Steph. Just a great, joyful approach to the game, and it rubs off on the entire organization.
And the second free throw, good. And that blend of joyfulness and competitive spirit, something that Steph Curry and his coach, Steve Kerr, Brent, they share that in common.
Yeah, think about just how humble they are, how gracious they are, how much they're willing to take the time on a daily basis to do things for others. Then all that often.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Walker with a clean look and too long on the shot. Jones. First two tonight.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it.
Go over the top of
including
me
yourself. Including yourself.
Too kind. Here's the money. Kevin, I think about those old, and we remember these, the old VHS tapes where you used to get like the dunk highlight tapes. Those are still
Sean Kemp.
Oh, so fresh in my mind.
Dr. J.
Dominique Wilkins
Dominique
over the top. MJ over everybody.
Young Vince Carter.
Kenny Skywalker. I mean, just the list goes on and on. But
quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Steph Curry's out there.
In the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Spurs trail by 15. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, money in the last against the Jets game. Try to keep the momentum going tonight, Kevin.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. But we know he's going to try to raise that bar again.
We'll see what he does in the next one.
First one falls for. And Brett, of course, you Spurs back in 2005 and 2000. The difference.
Very physical, rough and rugged Pistons team who had won 6 Eastern Conference Finals. As had grown up, we beat the Cavs 4-0, and that was LeBron James just putting on a show. Beating
now off the inbound, count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 12 on the bucket from Young.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
And where's the fight defensively? You need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been a rough night.
Guy picks him up.
Letting him establish that kind of position down low.
The defense 101. Don't let him get that deep, and this speaks to the lack of effort right there. No better way to frustrate your coach.
Bell's shot is good.
Yeah, you got to put a body on Bell. You just have to, or you risk these kind of plays.
Passes it to Parks. Back to Murray. There's the pass to Parks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 17-5 run here. Pass to Curry for 3. And another 3 for Golden State. Bring it up for San Antonio. Trailing by 17. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. With this break, we have a chance to break down with the assistant coming from tonight between the front and backcourt for the Spurs.
And the guards doing what they can to create some offense. Sometimes that's what it takes to climb back into a game. That commitment to share the ball and trust your teammates, it can help you weather some early struggle.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Warriors leading by 15. Curry kicks to Turner. Pass to Money. Shot clock at 6. Shoots the 3. They grab their own miss. Turner. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Warriors lead by 17.
I like the physicality there on the glass on full display. Great at hitting the boards and then capitalizing off the second chance opportunity.
Takes it from 10, and he gets it to go. Young's got his second basket of the night.
And you can rely on you.
Back to Bell. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display.
You talk about time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick.
So that's a play that works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
You know, effective from the interior. Young is someone who looks to score once he's that close.
Curry on the wing. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Back to Bell. The pass to Curry. Now AI lets it go with the 3. Doesn't go that time. Murray with the defensive effort. Good if it goes. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Golden State Warriors riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. New Orleans, you guys had a tough time stopping their offense in the first half. What do you have to do differently?
You know, we got to protect the paint. They get way too many easy baskets. You know, that's us communication on fronting the post and, you know, just communicating a lot more.
We'll see if those changes stick. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. There wasn't too
Plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade All Up. Murray. And it's Young, and it's Parks, and at the 3 slot. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Habit. Young's shot is off.
I still love the shot selection. The defense wasn't really a factor. They need to be more aggressive guarding the mid-range.
And Durant gets it to go.
Confident from.
And here's Young from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Young's got 9.
And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing with dynamite.
Durant finds Turner. Durant feeling it out of him. Young outside. Pass to Noel. Parks defended by Durant. Outside for Murray. And here's Young from the arc. Again. NBA, the top teams make the playoffs. We know that regardless of what conference. And the early results look good, Brent.
Idea of the top 16 teams making the playoffs, but then I think to myself, well, if 12 of those 16 teams are in the Western Conference, then a lot of people are going to be watching something else come playoff time. So
travel just makes it prohibitive.
Not just the travel, Kevin, but the idea that you have these shifts. As we know, the Western Conference has dominated the NBA for at least the last decade, that there just wouldn't be much attention for the playoffs, at least throughout the country, if you did it that way.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchup.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Warriors, #1. In fourth, the Spurs.
And you know what? These are two of those teams that just live off their transition game. They put a lot of pressure on you defensively because that's where they get the bulk of their offense.
Aldridge kicks to Murray. Parks, guarded by Green.
Chooses that time, he chose wisely.
Aldridge against Evans, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call. Two, Marcus.
So incredible what Basketball Without Borders has done with the NBA junior program expanding itself.
Both teams deciding to change it up. The Warriors have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Brent, for as long as Coach Popovich has been at the top of this game, what really is there left to say?
I don't think there's much more you say on a professional level, but there's a lot to be said about the compassion and the things that Popovich has done on a personal level for years behind the scenes, championing guys on his staff, supporting not only current players but former players on his team. The interesting thing for Pop the last couple of years is just how outspoken he's been in terms of the equality, not just around the NBA, but around our nation, and some of the statements he's made that have garnered a lot of political attention. Greg Popovich not afraid to express some of the things that maybe deep down we all believe in.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Here's Money. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Just to try something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Anticipation from that one.
And so Ulis will bring it up for Golden State. They'll be on Oklahoma City meeting with after this. Spurs trail by 17. Outside, Walker. Ball.
The resolve from an offensive player after a disappointing first half. He's been terrific here in the second.
And Walker kicks to Aldridge. Outside, DeRozan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And one item that DeRozan never seems to get enough credit for is his passing, Greg. He is a terrific playmaker.
Ever since DeRozan became a perennial all-star, his passing has improved. I mean, keeps his head up even while attacking with the ball. great awareness for where his teammates are in terms of relation to his attack after a double team.
Warriors leading by 17. Curry kicks to AI. And AI throws it down hard.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got 1 second. It's right open. Great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 8th assist in the game. Walker in the corner. Sinks the three-pointer. Walker's got 7.
And just love seeing Young.
Quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Warriors lead by 18. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Bell is out there with Durant. Then it's Turner. And there's Money. And it's Curry in at the point guard. Young against Curry. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Medu. Outside DeRozan. He tries for 3. The rebound by Turner.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Yeah, it's just not a good pass. I don't know what he's thinking there. A poor decision.
Spurs trail by 18. Young dishes to Pirtle. Back to Young. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
And it's never easy trying to stop Young. Adept at slicing through the defense and finishing near the rim.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Nerlens Noel checks in for Jakob Poeltl. Warriors leading by 16. Outside Durant. To the inside. And Turner the bucket on the assist by Durant.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
There's Walker with the 3. The Warriors pull it in. Bell's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Durant. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. And the Warriors lead by 20. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And Walker kicks to Noel. Young from outside. Hits it from 3-point range. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, easy to admire the confidence Young has. It's what allows him to score at will sometimes.
Curry passes to Turner.
That's a great effort on defense. He definitely rushed his shot a little bit down low.
There's Walker with the 3. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 6 rebounds in the game. Good. So the Spurs will take it the other way.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
Here's DeRozan, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
good from DeMar DeRozan. And the Spurs making a change here. Both free throws good from DeRozan.
Kevin, these are easy points. Remember, free throws.
To the inside, Bell. The rebound by Madu. Spurs trail by 15. DeRozan surveying the D. It's Young on the wing.
That is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Pass to Parks. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Here's Money. Durant up top. Murray finds Durant. Trying to end the drought. AI with it. The shot, no good. Nice D from DeRozan. Young against Curry. Young passes to Parks. And it's sent back by Turner. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. The Spurs making a switch here. Murray's checked in. Quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Kevin Durant.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions. As he was
crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Here's Murray. And it's good. It's 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Warriors leading by 11, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Yeah, it's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
On offense, here are the Spurs. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Curry against Young. A floater. He takes it up and lays it in. Young's got 10 points here. Foul called on Marcus Young. That's his third foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
.121 left in the game. Rebounded by the Spurs. And here are the Spurs. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Murray, good.
And a good sign.
Called by Golden State. Inside, it's State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
So close to a steal.
59 seconds left in the fourth. AI can't hit.
Gotta make those shots. Not sure how he missed. The defense was just okay.
Here's Young.
Doing those important moments.
Curry against Young. Curry kicks to Bell. 6 to shoot. Right side Turner.
Leads are not given, they are earned. Playing with desire and attention to detail all night.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. clock now can just run out for the Warriors. Curry against Young. Outside Curry. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just a tough-minded group they can.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg and David Aldridge, this is Harlan. For game.
All time.
That's a good question.
My position, or
I have to go with Gary Payton.
Michael Jordan. Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight we'll see the Golden State. They play against the Oklahoma City. For the Thunder, they come into this game with a loss to the Suns in Phoenix. Watch Kevin Durant. It can be awe-inspiring, able to do things at his size that
Coming at you from the peak, Chesapeake Energy Arena in beautiful Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as the Thunder prepare to take the floor. From the sidelines, David.
Starting to recognize hands of the floor.
For in the beginning of the season, on defense after turnover. These are all little things that show what you're thinking about. You know, coach, eye contact in the hub. So those are the things that you can have so much more fast break. Coaches are now
pulled up and ready to go. And it's money just on Chris, what he called.
They love making defense and shot making still usually went out. Glad.
That one gets that one to go.
Knocks it in so
the placement, everything about that dish. For good. Close to the. You could tell triple. This play.
Goodness, he still knows he is a good Thunder return.
Putting up about 25 best attribute.
An offensive juggernaut. I mean, he can just beat you in so.
3 ball. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's money. He doesn't hit that one. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. They're getting their first.
He's got some toughness stuff tonight. I wonder what he had to eat last.
Just a terrific effort.
It would have been tough to get that roll.
Two guards. That's the lineup. The Thunder have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Here's Mickey. It's George on the wing.
NBA performer and multiple all-defense selections.
And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and being a complete player.
Shoot 2.
And he knocks down the first one. When you were playing on the road, obviously the fans would yell things and, try to get under your skin. C-Web, do you remember any instance when it really bothered you and took effect?
Maybe when I would go home and play for the Pistons, I'd see some fan in the green and white, and maybe Steve Smith, my partner, paid him to be there. But, the Michigan State fans, the gold blue or that type of thing. Or in Ohio, it's very funny, in Ohio, if they want to boo, if they want to get the crowd pumped up, all they do is put a big Michigan M up there, and the crowd will go crazy. So, Michigan State, you should have come here.
That's great. Westbrook with the bucket.
But it's nice to have an option like him every time down the court.
It's Durant on the wing, defended by George. 11 feet away, and he wills that one in, sinking right through the back iron.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Outside. That's to Mickey. Curry against Westbrook. No good with the triple. Warriors trail by 5. Outside Durant. To the middle. And AI throws it down.
And how about incredible on you?
He absolutely hammered it down. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Here's Durant. They get it back. Here's money, and AI throws it down. Now here's Lee. He's tightly guarded. Pass Westbrook.
And miss another one like that.
Fires from 14. And it's AI. One left. Golden State's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. But three.
And unmatched.
Over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that that is never a problem for you, Russ?
Step of basketball right after this. And if you're just joining us, we played the game that's
Scoring machine here in that first half.
cutting the floor for the Warriors. Steph. Oklahoma City shooting extremely well. 60 with the new 24-second shot clock.
I mean, he's been doing this for a few games in a row now. We're looking at one.
No good for.
That's how you predict.
And there's the pass. Oklahoma City.
Whether he's attacking the back.
Shot from 16.
He wants to win.
State. They get the take out from Turner for Oklahoma City. And the layup.
Confidence in his jumper. Probably since the first jumper he took. I mean, he's one of the most natural shooters you'll ever see.
And I love the momentum
Right now. And as the opponent.
all the way to the ferocity of Bell. It's admirable.
And on a game or a teammate or
Hard on the line every night. You love seeing it.
Forcing those
trail by 3. Superfluous kicks to it.
keeps this young.
It's recognized.
George's communication on the
ball.
It's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's
Way down.
And that's game 2 of the
Way ahead in that category.
well, Thunder leading on the night.
Got to come up with a plan to slow him down right here and right now.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Curry passes to Durant. Down low. Here's Money. It's tipped, and he recovers it.
Hasn't been his best this quarter.
Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 16-7 run. Lee passes to Mickey. Bell with the block, and he gets it back. Now, here's Ayan. Westbrook with the steal. Pass to Mickey. On the wing, Lee. Here's Lindemann. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Second free throw, no good. Jordan Bell, the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year, helped lead Oregon to the Final Four and See, Webb, he said he patterned his game after Draymond Green.
Well, it's a lot of similarities to their game. I mean, I'll give you a different name. Ben Wallace, Detroit's 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, and another great role model for Bell as he looks to reach his potential.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's George. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Warriors trail by 13. Floats it up for AI. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. And that was an unleashed chaos moment. Indeed, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Durant's got it back down to single digits for the Warriors. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're ahead by 9. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Kevin?
Good on the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he gets them both, and it's a 9-point ball game. Golden State running out of time. Outside Curry. Whistle blows.
And one.
Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Like a snake charmer, Curry mesmerizes the defender who makes a terrible play.
Good from Stephen Curry.
It's hard to believe that some teams passed on Curry in the 2009 draft. I mean, this guy is a total package. He has a winner's mentality.
Westbrook against Curry. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. The Warriors have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. And AI throws it down.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
They needed it. The game was threatening to get out of hand until they finally kicked into gear. He gets in a good position in the post, and the entry feed is there for him.
Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
You got to play mistake-free.
Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
He even knew he wasn't in good position. He tried to slide himself into a better spot. The official wasn't happy.
Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
They have to be careful with the ball.
Curry outside. Tries again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the ceiling Turner has is impressive. Has the potential to be a dominant big man in this league.
gets the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
As confident as it gets at the line. He wants to be up there in a tight ball game.
And here are the Thunder now. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. And that's going to be a treble.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.